Well, good morning from rainy Tokyo. Haven't seen you in a couple of days. Now the rain is not supposed to be down for the day, but I have my umbrella with me just to be safe. I know I'll regret it later on, carrying it around for ages, but look, better safe than sorry. Anyway, I'm rambling. I have a little plan for today. So I was out yesterday, I didn't do much yesterday, no recording or anything. Just went for strolls around, you know, eating, drinking coffee. And it's the first time that I finished the day and I looked in my wallet. And with these 3 coins, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder in Tokyo, can you get 3 meals for 3 coins? So that's what I'm going to test out today. I know I can get one. The place I'm heading for breakfast now, it's the same franchise that I went to in Sapporo. So I know I'm guaranteed 1 meal. The rest, well, we'll find out. If there are any cheap meals available, don't expect much variety. A lot of it will contain miso soup as a side and a bowl of rice, and then something else just changed. But we'll find out anyway if we can find anything at all. Well, we've just arrived at our first destination, right beside Honjo Azumabashi, Matsuya. Same place I went to in Sapporo. Let's check out their recommendations. Aha, cheese omelette over rice. Let's get that. Rice. I don't want any potato. Hash. Let's get a drink. What will we get? Brown rice tea? Let's try a brown rice tea. Now here we are. So we've got our omelette on top of rice with seaweed, some pickled radish, and miso soup. So you've got all these dressings you can put on. Yakiniku sauce, soy sauce, roasted sesame. I don't know what that is. 7 spice. You've got pickled ginger here. So this is 400 yen. So €2.30. Pretty damn good. So you do get a decent amount in the bowl for that price. I'm going to add a bit of yakiniku sauce to it. Actually, I added roasted sesame. Be nice. Let's try out a bit. Just a small bit. Oh, that roasted sesame is good. Sesame's lovely anyway, but when you get roasted, it tastes so much better. Lovely. Lovely. There's the egg. Haven't had egg in a while. That's nice. Obviously your veggies. Lovely. Very vinegary. Sorry about that. Well, I'd say that was pretty reasonable for $2.30. Fairness, come on, like, where would you get that? Just Japan. And this brown rice tea is very just like water with a small hint of flavour. I mean, it's nice, there's nothing wrong with it. It's It's just that it's not, I thought it was going to taste more like rice, if you know what I mean. But it's still fine. Well, that's breakfast done. Now I'm going to take a little walk around. I'm not going to record because there's nothing to record today. And I'll walk around until lunchtime. And we're going to find something else to eat. Although it is 10:30 now. So let's say about 1 o'clock we'll find something. Catch you in a while. Actually, I said there was nothing I wanted to record, but now I'm recording, so I just wanted to say that now technically it might not be called the 3 coin challenge because I got a 100 yen coin back from that. So would you call it a 4 coin challenge, or it's still the basis of a 3 coin challenge, isn't it? I'm sticking with 3 coin challenge because that's what I started off with. And although I already mentioned it about miso soup and the rice being kind of with every budget meal, it's just the way it is though, you know, it's just they're staple parts of the diet. Be like at home, or not any Western country, but a lot of Western countries, for example, you know, you've got lunchtime, someone might have potato salad with their lunch. And then dinner time, they might have more potatoes in a different variation, whether it's roasted or mashed. It's still a potato. Or even for breakfast, people have hash browns. So, you know, it's just that rice and miso soup are so reliable. They go with everything. But they're substantial, they fill you up. So they serve their purpose. And I like them, so that also helps. So I'm almost at my destination for lunch. This might sound a bit weird, but we're going to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. Because apparently on the 32nd floor they've got a very popular cafeteria where you can eat. Public can eat there, and so can naturally the staff of the government building. So we're going to see if we can. Apparently it's got good prices, so it's got to be weird, isn't it? Eating in a cafeteria, but look, doesn't matter. It's for science. Well, scratch that plan. Google never took into account Golden Week. It's closed. Well, fair enough. We'll find somewhere in Shinjuku here for lunch. Whether it's a budget lunch or not, I don't know. But I'll try and look around and see what I can find. Well, it's still raining pretty heavily. Let's check out up here. And it looks like a few restaurants along the way. Well, that was bloody gorgeous. 530 yen. So we're down, we've spent 930 yen so far, breakfast and lunch. It's about less than €6. So that was tempura, which is deep fried vegetables. This one was, so it'd be deep fried leek, aubergine, eggplant, all sorts of green veg fried up, deep fried on top of a soy sauce base, which are noodles, and a soft boiled egg on it. I'm full, and it was scorching, it was, but you have to eat it quick because these restaurants kind of rely on quick turnover. So it's, you know, you need to get in, get out, and finish your food quick because they're relying on you to go so the next person comes along. So that was quite successful. So I didn't really want to, well, I could have recorded while I was eating it, but at the same time there's people all like squished in beside you. You don't want to be making them uncomfortable either, especially Japanese people, you know. So anyway, the point is it was lovely and cheap, so I actually went for the dearest thing on the menu. It was 530 yen. You could have got stuff for 450. Would have been less, and it was cold. Actually, two of the dishes, they only sell 3 dishes. Two of them are cold soba noodles. I got the hot one because the weather is miserable today. The cold soba is lovely when you get it on a hot day, but yeah, so I went for the dearer one. So I'm left with, what did I say I was left with? Can't even remember. I spent 930 yen, 670 yen left. So definitely I know it's going to be doable, because if you really needed to, you could go back to one of those places and just get more food like that. But I don't know what I'm in the humour of later. I mean, there is a place I'm thinking of going. It's not far from where I'm staying. It's not a restaurant. It's called Kitchen Dive. So it's a 24/7 shop where they sell all these pre-made bento boxes or pre-made lunches and dinners. I don't know what the prices are or anything, but it could be worth just going to check it out and see what they have. Do you know where? Actually, it's beside the temple that I was disappointed with the lack of the flowers. It's only around the corner from that, so I'm going to at least head that way later. I might find something else around that area, but that's kind of a good plan to go with at the moment. And I'm not taking into account spending money on drinks, because you get water in all these places, or green tea if you really want, and that's just included with it. So not including the cost of getting extra drinks, because you should be drinking more water, and this is your incentive. Well, good evening. We are back out on our way down to Kitchen Dive. Now the name doesn't actually sound very appealing, but you know, when these names are put into English in Japan, they never kind of make sense anyway. So making my way down there. We have, how much did I say we had left? We spent 930, so we've got 570 left. Let's see if we can make the most of that. So before I get back out beside the traffic, I might as well tell you my plans. So tomorrow I check out. I've been 10 nights in Tokyo now. So I check out at 10 AM, before 10 AM, and I have to wait around until 11:15 PM. And I'm taking an overnight bus to Kyoto for 2 nighs. Technically I'm in Kyoto for 3 nights, but the bus is my hotel first night. And then after that I'm flying from Osaka airport to Nanjing in China. I will be in China for a month. I've already booked my flight out of China because you have to, so that's the plan. I haven't booked my hotel yet in Nanjing. I was in Nanjing for 1 night last year, so I want to see more of it. It's a very historical city. But I'll book that in the next day or two. Cheap hotels are easy to come by in China. Of course, I will be very sad to be leaving Japan, but I know how lucky I've been to be here for so long, so you know, all good things must come to an end. But I'm not taking my time here for granted. It's been very special. I've enjoyed every minute of it, except the, you know, lashing rain. Those minutes I didn't enjoy, but even so, that's just part of the experience. So here's one for you about the budget meal, the 1 coin meal. So here's one for you about the 3 coins, 3 meals, right? If, for example, I'd have taken the beef bowl for breakfast instead of the omelette. Beef bowl was 80 yen cheaper than the omelette with rice. So it was beef, rice, miso soup and pickled cabbage. If I'd have got that, or if I'd have got the omelette and instead got the cold soba at the street vendor. I was just walking past Domino's Pizza there and they have bento boxes for 590 yen. So I'm 20 yen away from being able to get one of them. I mean, I could get one, but for the purposes of this, I'm not. So I'm just saying, you have options. So here's a little something for you, right? If I'd have got a bowl of beef rice instead of the omelette this morning, I would have saved 80 yen. Or if I'd have got the cold soba at the noodle stand, I would have saved 50 yen. So I would have had over 600 yen to spend on the last meal. Well, I just walked past Domino's Pizzeria and they've got bento boxes for 590 yen. So I'm 20 yen away from being able to get that bento box. Well, I'm able to get it, but I'm just saying, you know, there are many options even when you don't expect it. Like, I wouldn't expect Domino's Pizza to have a bento box for sale, but they do. So if I'd have cut 20 yen off what I'd spent earlier, I would have had a bento box from Domino's. Not that I want one. I'm in Japan, for God's sake. So I found it. $600, $600, $700, $1,000, $550. What would we get? $500. These are all $500. That's pretty good, like, when you think of it. Look at that, you get breaded fish, 2 pieces of breaded fish, croquette, rice, sauce. Same with over there. Similar. You get 3 boxes for 1,100 yen. It's really good. So I'm gonna get a box. I mean, you can get a kilo worth of stuff for 1,100, 1,200. Great value, what I'll get. So now we have answered the question: can you have 3 meals in Japan with just 3 coins? The answer is absolutely yes, with lots of options. But that begs the question, should you do that? Well, normally I'd say no, because if you're in Japan you have to experience all of the food that Japan has to offer. But for example, you could be someone with maybe an eating disorder where you only like certain types of food and you don't want to try something different, then maybe this is perfectly fine. Like what I got, you have deep fried vegetables, noodles and sauce. That's pretty normal, I guess, texture wise. Crunchy veg and noodles, you know. And the same with the egg over rice. It's simple food, but you know, some people do not like eating complicated food. So maybe that situation is absolutely perfect for you if you're that type of person. Trying to let this car go. I had right of way, but you know, I'm just that kind of guy. So I wouldn't recommend eating like that, but doesn't mean you don't have to. The thing about it is you have the option. So if I'm blurry when I'm moving more, it's because I had to compensate for the low light, you know. It's either you can't see me or there's a blurry background, so I'll take the blurry background, it's fine. It's not too often that I'm using at dark times anyway, at least not this late at night time. And probably the nicest thing about just say having to walk back to where you're staying with a bento box, if you're worried about it, you know, oh, will it be cold by the time I'm back to eat it? Well, the great thing is it's already room temperature. And bento boxes are actually made so that they do taste good at room temperature. You're not actually supposed to eat these up, even though it was like breaded fish and stuff like that. It's made so that it tastes good at room temperature. Japanese, huh? They think of everything. So rain is starting now. I'm gonna put this camera away. That was an easy challenge after all, wasn't it? barely anything involved. The only thing that would have been interesting was if the government building would have been open earlier. But sure, look, I found that delicious tempura place unexpectedly, so I'm happy either way. But I will leave the video here, and I will catch you tomorrow when I leave Tokyo, unfortunately. Anyway, whoa, Jesus, I'm bright. Anyway, goodbye. See you tomorrow.